PitBull Cruz is going to destroy Romero. That's my prediction, and I'm sticking to it. I got PitBull Cruz knocking out Retardo Romero. Why do I say that? Well, it's because although Romero has a height and reach advantage on PitBull Cruz, Romero does not know how to use it to his advantage. Rolly has the worst footwork I've ever seen from a champion. Romero is going to get in there and rely on his retard strength, get into a slugfest with PitBull, Isaac Cruz, and Rolly's going to get knocked out. It's simple. Again, you know, Rolando Romero does not know how to box. All he has is retard strength. You know, come on, man. It's Retardo Romero. You know what I'm saying? Crayon eating Rolly. The guy that would rather be the co-main event instead of being the main event. The same guy that would rather fight a more difficult fight for less money. Rolly Romero. I mean, just take a look at his last few fights. Let me take you back to 2001 when the judges gave Rolly Romero a gift decision versus Jackson Marinez. That decision was absolutely jaw-dropping. Those judges were completely evil for giving Rolly Romero that fight.
Junior.
We have a unanimous decision. All three in favor of the winner, Romero.
Wow. What?
And then he goes on to get brutally knocked out by Gervonta Davis. And after he gets knocked out cold by Davis, he goes on his very next fight. He's in a world title fight versus Papa Barroso. Now, by looking at this replay, you would think that Romero lost his fight. Well, that's because he did. Well, I mean, he was losing it. He was losing. Most definitely, he was losing. Papa Barroso was winning this fight until Tony Weeks decided to stop this fight very prematurely.
The first punch had him hurt. It was right on. It was a little clip.
I mean, we're talking about a guy that's lost his 3 out of his last 4 fights. And somehow, some way, this guy holds a WBA world title. Just a complete fugazi fraud. Now let's talk about his opponent, the challenger. Isaac PitBull Cruz. In the promo leading up to this fight, I remember PitBull and his wife being interviewed. I think the promo was called Gloves Off by PBC. PitBull Cruz and his wife were telling the story about how a couple of years ago Isaac and his wife didn't even have enough money to buy a tortilla to eat. Now, when you're coming from absolute poverty in a third world country like Mexico, if you're PitBull Cruz, are you really gonna let, you know, you come this far to let a joker like Rolly Romero stop you? Fuck no. Now, even though PitBull Cruz's last performance was rather lackluster versus Giovanni Cabrera, I honestly thought Cabrera had done enough to defeat Cruz. Before the Cabrera fight, PitBull Cruz was coming off a knockout win over Eduardo Ramirez, finishing Eduardo in 2 rounds with a brutal left hand hook. And before getting a 2nd round stoppage, although Gamboa is an older fighter, it's still a good name to have on your resume if you are PitBull Cruz. especially when he finished Gamboa in a big fashion. Now I know that both of these guys have fought Gervonta Davis, and we could all use Gervonta Davis as like a comparison gauge. And most people would view those fights versus Davis and think Cruz is going to lose. I'm sorry. Cruz is going to win and Rolly's going to lose. You know, Rolly has no chance. But y'all have to remember that Rolly is not Davis and Davis is not Rolly. Styles do make fights. And although I'm picking PitBull Cruz to win, it wouldn't surprise me if this goes 12 rounds and Rolly gets a split decision over PitBull Cruz, because according to Rolly's track record, he seems to be favored by the judges. So overall, I think PitBull Cruz will have to get the knockout in order to be successful and become the new WBA champion. And I believe that he will be successful in doing so. I'm choosing PitBull Cruz to win by knockout. Let's say the 8th, maybe 9th round. Looking forward to this fight. I think this is going to be an intriguing little matchup this weekend. But that's all I got for this one. Let me know who you guys are picking. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section. Catch you on the next one. It's been your boy BIGO-DOG Boxing, and I'm out this bitch.